what's the difference between a summary and an analysis, right? So many times people think of these two as like kind of interchangeable, right? A summary and analysis, essentially you're, getting the idea of whatever it is that you read. But they're actually quite a bit different. So if you think about it, like a summary, and even like, like in your younger years of writing, if you write like a book report in school, something like that, it's typically more summary when you get started. And then like an analysis is usually something that comes later on. And really the goal is always to get you to that analysis point, right? To get you to that point of being able to really critique something and add your own insight and all of that. And yeah, so a summary is like the building block to getting up to an analysis. And we're going to get into quite a bit more of what this means and how you can really distinguish between the two and how you can level up your writing to write an analysis rather than just a summary. Alright, so a summary, I want you to think of a summary as basically like you are re-explaining to someone what you just read. Like if we're, of course it can be a book, it can be a movie, it can be whatever it is that you're summarizing. And yeah, so think of that as a summary, as you're explaining what it is that you just read. You're basically just regurgitating information, just maybe in a different form, in your own words, but you're not really adding anything new to it. Whereas with an analysis, it's a little different because an analysis is like a deep dive into whatever it is that you're studying. So you're going to, if you're reading, you're not just reading and then explaining, this is what I read, or watching a movie and saying, this is what I watched. You're going into it and saying, okay, I think that the meaning behind this, that this theme of this movie or this book was this idea, whatever you think that it is, because of these details, because of the author's background, because of the era in which it was written or filmed or whatever it is. So you're saying like, I think this is true because of these facts. And whether those facts are directly from the reading or the movie and you're pulling them out and then you're saying like, this is my quote basically and this supports my claim, or whether you're doing outside research and saying, well, based on what was going on around the time, like say something was written, in the 50s, and like based on what was going on in the 50s, I think that this influenced the production of this movie or the way that this was written, right? So you're using evidence, and this is key here, using evidence to support your claim. And this is an analysis. An analysis is coming up with your own idea of what is true and why you believe something was written or something was filmed a certain way, and then explaining to justify that claim. All right, so a summary is just explaining what you did. So I'm going to summarize this video, right? A summary is regurgitating information. It is basically reading or watching something and then just explaining what it's about, whereas an analysis is an in-depth examination of what something means, why it happened that way, and providing evidence to support that claim that you have, the idea that you have. So this is just an introduction to an analysis, basically distinguishing between summary and analysis. If you would like more on this topic, make sure to check in the description bar down below, because I have a link to a literary analysis resource, and basically it's a workshop where you'll go through and you'll be guided step by step through this analysis process, and also an example of a full essay analysis. So if you're interested in some more support on this topic, make sure to check down in the description bar below, and I will see you guys back here next time.